Hey guys, how's it going? Ben here, and welcome back to the RuneScape 3 Ironman series. I keep want to call it like the Hardcore Ironman series, but it isn't hardcore anymore, which is a shame. Now, one thing that I discussed last episode, I've literally just come on after finishing last episode, is I want the Fortune Ring. I think the Ring of Fortune, is that what it's called? The Onyx one. But for that I need an Onyx. Now I've got two options, three options. I can mine rocks all day, I can go to Galgarian Demons, or I can go to Kiln. Now, I would be up for Kiln, but it has been updated and I've given it a go on my brother's account and I really struggled. But, that said, I'm feeling a bit hopeful. I reckon, like, I did it like 3 times on his, so 4th time lucky, that's not a thing, but we're going to assume it's a thing. So, I'm going to give it a good go and hopefully succeed with this, because that way we don't have to worry about luck potions anymore, and we can just wear this lucky ring for the rest of our time, which will be a bit of a shame because, you know, I've still got 4 luck potions to go, but at the same time, like, it's obviously going to be worth it. So, I'm going to get on with Kiln, wish me luck, and I will see you guys in around about an hour and a half. Guess who just finished Harakan with no food left and literally on like 3k HP? I did, because I was an idiot and I forgot that this whole Kiln thing had been updated. So I'm going to be taking that Onyx, thank you very much. Seriously, I deserve that. That was stressful. Christ, I've been sweating. It got to the point where I had to log out for a second, got out my notepad and started jotting down some real genuine tactics. So that's what I had left. It was dire. It was bad. I forgot to fill up my Beast of Burden. I didn't realise until I ran out of food in the inventory and I was like, alright, great, this is awesome. But I'm really glad that I managed to get that done. So now that we've got ourselves an Onyx before I even touch that thing, because there's no way I am going through that again. I want to 100% check how this whole thing works. So I believe we've got to make ourselves an Onyx ring, and then we enchant it, because Onyx rings only need 72 crafting now, which is really cool. So then if I go to jewellery, wherever it is, or enchantments, or is it under other? It'll probably, yeah, it's under other. Okay, great, I have no idea where I'm looking. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of research, see how this goes, and once I've done that, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I've made myself the Onyx ring, and now all I've got to do is enchant it, and Ring of Fortune, there we go. It's got decent stats as well, I'll take that, definitely. So, also another thing that comes with this is it's got unlimited teleports to the Grand Exchange and Miscellanea, which is really cool. Saves me having to get out a new charged wealth every time I want to go to the Grand Exchange, even though I don't generally go here, for obvious reasons, because, you know, I don't trade. So, yeah. Now that I've got that done, Slayer seems a little bit more exciting, so I might get on with some more Slayer, see how we go. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys. So from here I decided to get on with a daily challenge, which was cooking, which was to fill 10 urns, which was kind of cool, because I'd never really done one of these before. I knew that, you know, it was an alright daily, but it turned out to be pretty damn good. So I started off with the monkfish that I had left, which I really desperately need to start fishing again for when I go bossing and stuff. I know most people are on sharks and stuff now, I need to catch up with that. I know, I'm working on it, guys, I promise. So I just got on with that, and eventually, I think it only took about half an hour, maybe 35 minutes to do, got the 10 done and handed them in. Now I didn't teleport them before I handed in because knowing my luck I'd have needed them, you know, going back to the whole gold ore and flat pack stuff, which is kind of a soft subject, but I decided to change it up and sort of save them until I'd handed it in. I got myself 140k from the daily, and then got to teleport those off for a load of XP as well. Now, even though it didn't get me a level, it got me loads of XP, which was kind of cool to see. But after this, I wanted to get on with some more Slayer, but I ran out of Divine Charges, which was such a pain. And that's one of my motivations now to really get on with thieving. However, I've not done it yet. I really need to get on with some thieving to get the Elf City thieving unlocked so I can get things like energies and stuff off those. I believe that's how it works anyway. I never really did a great deal of Elf City thieving. The only Elf City thieving I did was for my thieving guide, where I spent a few hours doing it. So other than that, I don't really know about it, but I really need to look into that. But I've been spending a lot of time at the Wilderness place for Divination, because it's just so cool, I love it. And generally speaking, I don't get PK'd. I know that my brother Tom, when he went with me, he got PK'd like loads in different worlds, but I just got lucky I didn't get PK'd, other than once. Once I got PK'd because I absolutely rinsed this dude because he went to PK someone and the dude tellied, and I don't know how he tellied in like level 24 Wilderness, but he did, and I was like, ha, good game, mate, why don't you just, you know, do as everyone else does and catch the wisps and all this shit. It was a bit more banterous, obviously. I've got a bit better banter than that, but he was like, oh, you're a noob, all this stuff, and making fun of my stats. I was like, alright, that's cool, great, awesome, standard. And then I told him to go cry, and he came back on his main and killed me, which was kind of unexpected, but I only had, I think, 150 energy, so I wasn't too bothered. But yeah, while doing this, I was grabbing these butterflies and got myself 72 farming, which is kind of cool. I need to work on farming as well, and I'm getting close to the point where I'm going to start doing runs, just when I can get into a daily routine of it, just because I've been working so much and doing uni work. It's really weird. I hate doing farming and leaving it a few days and then going to pick up where I left off. I'd rather it be a continuous routine of log in at this time, do my farm trip, log in the next day at the same time, do the same thing, and so on and so forth. And I know that's the reason a lot of people don't do farming, but for me it was as well. Anyway, I planted some more of those seeds just because I wanted to get some more of the herbs, and changed my energies into brilliant energy so that I could get some more divine charges so I could do more Slayer. So that's kind of all that really went on. It took a little while though. I made sure I got a good 4 hours worth, just so I didn't have to keep going back, because I noticed after looking back on my older videos, every like 5 minutes I was like, oh, I've got to go back and get more energies. So I just figured, you know what, I'll go get a few thousand and then come back and be done. Dave, since I know you're going to be watching, welcome to the bank tab that I need to sort out. Look at that, look how messy that is. Now, as you guys, generally speaking, hopefully will know, my bank tab used to be pretty decent. Like, I used to keep everything clean and tidy. I mean, this one's still relatively good. I'm always proud of this one. Seed ones, you can't really order too much. That's just a junk tab, and that's like clue score rewards and other sort of Slayer items that I wanted to keep in here. But this tab, there's no excuse. So I'm going to get on fixing that, I think. But, oh dear, I've got so many alcohols, so many... I think I'll keep that fire staff. I got a sinister key, but it doesn't really give anything great. So I'm just going to have to leave it there, I guess. But I can get rid of this stuff. I kind of want to keep the burnt food. I don't know why. But anyway, I just wanted to say I've done a bit of my Dark Beast task. But I've got my Salamander to level 10. So I need to dismantle that. And then my Sun Spear is only like 2k away from being level 10. Which means I'm going to need another augmenter. So that's what I'm working towards now. I've got pretty much everything I need. But I'm tempted to get that Mystic Air Staff and... No, I'm not going to dismantle that, not a chance. It's just not worth it. Anyway, I'm going to get all the parts I need. Once I've got all the parts, I'll go use up the rest of my Sun Spear. Then we'll dismantle both of them and hopefully get, you know, a couple of Invention levels. So, yeah. See you in a bit. Okay, so I've managed to get my Black Salamander to level 10 and my Sun Spear to level 10 just because they were both proper close. So, I'm going to throw those on here and disassemble for the nice Invention XP, and there we go, we got one level, and I think we're going to get another one actually off this. So we got 71 Invention, and now if we just throw that on there too, come on, oh we are going to get it. There we go, nice, 500k for that one, that was pretty cool. So there we go, 72 Invention. What does that let us do? Probably nothing. No, don't think it does. Anyway, regardless of that, it's, you know, 2 more levels, we'll take that, and also only 15k from 95 Slayer, which is really exciting. So I'm going to be carrying on with Slayer, but I managed to harvest my Bloodweeds. I got 5 again, so I cleaned 2 to chuck them in the tab, and left 3 grimy. So what I'm going to do now is just, I guess, wait it out, because I want to turn those into the aggression potions, which at first I said I was going to use in Slayer, but I've decided, like, no, I'd rather use them in the Abyss, so that everything... Because there's nothing worse in the Abyss than when stuff stops randoming you, and you run away, come back and someone's nicked your spot. It's a ball ache. We all know the feeling. And I feel like I'd really enjoy going to the Abyss to grind out some melee XP. For example, my attack's only 87, my strength's only 88. I know my defense is pretty high, 94, I'm happy with that. It's just the other two which I'm not too pleased with. So I would like to get those up at some point, so I'll probably use them on that in the future. But I'm going to get on with some more Slayer, and once I finish this task, I'll let you guys know. And look at this, we're about to get 95 Slayer, there we go, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we can go for one of the, well, I mean, there's a few things. Yeah, the Gemstone Dragons, that's what I was thinking. One of those. We'd also do Ganodermic Beasts, which are really, really good. Now, truthfully, I can't remember, other than, of course, like full Ganodermic, the Polypore Staff, stuff that I do very, very much want. I can't actually remember entirely what they are good for. Like, I know they're good for a lot of things, but there was something everyone used to rave about, and I always used to be really good that I didn't have the Slayer level for. So I'm going to look into those and see just what it is that I'm missing, and yeah, as I said before, I'll get back to you guys once I finish this task. Right, so that task is over, and I got nothing. Like, I'm really disappointed, actually. From about 250 Abyssal Demon kills and 300, pretty much, Dark Beast kills, I haven't had any beams other than Ferocious Rings. Like, not even a hard clue, which is really disappointing, considering I'm wearing this ring as well. But I won't cry, I'll just get another task, see what we get. What's our task gonna be? Something good? Order Ascension members. Yes, I will take that. Thank you. Okay. I'm really cool with that, actually. I'm happy to go do those, hopefully get a fair few more keystones. Though in 100 kills, I can't really expect, like, certainly the amount I got in the last video, if you guys saw, I got like 9 keystones. Was it 9? It was 8 or 9 keystones in an hour, which is pretty damn good. But of course, this won't take me an hour to do, so it'll probably only be like, I don't know, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. So I'm going to get on with this, and once I finish this off, as you guys can probably guess by now, I will see you guys then. Just a quick side note, if I seem like I want to, you know, quit RuneScape forever, it's because Tom is cooking tea for us at the moment. Oh, Ben, that's really cute. Yeah, well, that's great, but he set me to gather some dwarf weeds from Chaos Druids, and I have been here for at least 45 minutes or something, and I've got 4 of them, and it's driving me insane. Like, killing these is killing me. Also, I just saw that we lost 2-3 subscribers on the channel since the video went up. That's kind of tragic. Truthfully, I'm expecting a bit more, which is going to be really sad, but still, you know, I gained so many people, like, obviously people won't know what to expect, and certainly if I sound like I've got a lisp, you know, that's not going to do people well, so yeah, if I quit tomorrow, I shouldn't joke about that, should I? I'm going to stop before I dig a hole anyway. See you guys in a bit. So back on with more Slayer, I went to get another task, and I finally got my first Ganodermic Beast task, which was really cool. I was like, yes, we can finally go have an excuse to kill Ganos, and it went pretty well. I was quite happy with it. Also, that's the loot that I got off a Rarity task. I wasn't particularly happy with just 2 keystones, but I wasn't going to complain. I managed to get 2 Polypore sticks and loads of other goodies, some U seeds and all that stuff. So Ganos was really good for me, and I was really... I don't know, they were really good tasks. They give a lot of XP, they're really easy to kill. It's just a bit of a pain when you sort of run into them and they get you with a disease thing or whatever. That's a bit of a ball ache. But I ended up doing quite a bit of Slayer, but a lot of the tasks that I got were little tasks like Iron Drags and Steel Drags. And I don't have the VIP tickets, which was a pain, but I didn't want to, for the sake of 20 minutes, get rid of 30 Slayer points. It just wasn't worth it for me. I just figured, like, I may as well man it out, do these shitty tasks. It's still XP. And, you know, there's always a chance that Visage at Iron and Steel Drags, even though I'm never going to get that. I already got one on my main a while back, so it's never going to happen again. But one thing that I didn't get was clue scrolls for a very long time, but I finally got a clue scroll in this Iron Drag task. And then, like, not that long later, I managed to get myself a Dragon Plate skirt, which I know isn't great, but those of you who watch the videos quite a bit will know that I'm collecting uniques at the moment, and getting those was really cool because I haven't got a pair yet. And it's also something I can use my Dragon Ornament Kit thing on, which would be really cool, but I've not done that yet. Anyway, later on, Dark Beast task was pretty fun. I didn't get any rare drops, which was a shame, but I just wanted to throw that in there as like one of the better tasks I got, just to show that not all my tasks were absolute shit. Okay, so a few things going on. First off, it's not loading. Why aren't you loading my character? Anyway, I've just got myself back to university finally, which is a bit of a shame. So, a lot of the stuff that I've actually done over the last few days, I haven't done with you guys. I've sort of been sat in my brother's room playing on RS with him and, you know, making the most of the last time that we've got before I had to come back here. So, I did get a few things done though. I got 85 Divination, which means we can now get ourselves... Yeah, it was Radiant Energy, wasn't it? So, that's kind of all done and dusted. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I showed myself getting 95 Defense and 95 Slayer. If I didn't, I've got those as well. And also I did an Elite Clue in which I got, if this will ever load my bank, you don't go on RS for like 12 hours and then it does this. I guess 12 hours is kind of a long time to not play RS. Fair play then. If it'll ever load, I got myself there a Fury Ornament Kit, which was really cool. I was quite happy with. I know they're not that much, like, what are they now? Honestly, I don't know how much they're worth. But I'm not going to use it just yet because I want to keep it for a while as what it is, rather than throw it on a Fury and then it's gone. I kind of like the idea of looking at it. Considering all it does is change the look of the Fury, I don't think there's really any point in using it just yet. It's just like this Dragon Bone upgrade kit that I've got and loads of other stuff. But yeah, now this was a little bit of a weird one just because I chose the worst time ever to start making videos again. Not that I'm going to stop, don't worry. It's just that it's been 5 days and I didn't get quite as much done as I wanted to. However, we have got 95 Slayer, which is a nice start, and we're only 700k. He says only 700k to levels, that's not going to be too bad. But what I want to focus on soon is getting more bosses done, things like my death tasks and all that. Just to, I don't know, what is my death task? I think it's Grador at the moment, let's see. Yeah, it's Grador at the moment. I should really do that soon, but I'll wait until Tom comes on and see if he can do it with me. But yeah, guys, I just want to say a massive thanks to everyone who checked out the last video and gave loads of support. Hopefully I will be back to sort of the standard I was at before I stopped, before it started going downhill. However, it's going to take a while, and I do have, the next month is full of deadlines and exams and stress. It's going to be really bad, but after that we're so in the clear, it's going to be great. But yeah, thanks as always for the support, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.